Well, folks, hello there. Welcome back to the lab. What we have here is another lantern for you. And this is a first here on the channel. And a first for me, actually, is this is a FEUERHAND 276. This is a baby special. Excuse me. So, this is a baby special. And that's supervisor baby. That is a super baby. That is a 175. This here is a 276, and I'll show you what a baby looks like. There. This is a 275 baby. Yeah, so a 275 and a 276. And since we got all the German stuff out here, might as well bring out the big boy. Here, this is a project I just finished. This is a FEUERHAND 260. And this was a pre-war, I do believe. This is a post, as you can see there where it says West Germany. So that pretty much makes it after the war. And you can see there that says Western Germany. So these are after the war. But not this one. This is before the war here. All right, so this, well, let's see. Let's put you in place here, and we'll look this thing over. I haven't done anything to it except buy it at a flea market. So I will be right back. All right, so here we go. Super baby, super special baby. And let's make no mistake, supervisor baby is very special. He is here through all of my videos. He's sitting there in the corner watching on, protecting, supervising, and lit in the corner. So let's see. Okay, good. That comes off. That's a good indicator as to how nice the tin looked on this thing when it was good. Oh, the inside of that looks pristine. Wow. It looks brand new inside. Brand freaking new. I mean, so new that I am seeing the underside of the burner and the wick coming out of it because it is a mirror finish on the bottom. It is looking up at the burner from underneath. That's pretty cool. Okay. I am so glad that there is a globe involved that is intact. We will clean that up. That's great. Wow, yeah, look at the underside of that. Look at how nice that tin is. Man, this thing was once in very nice shape, which is kind of a silly statement, but yeah. All right. I'll probably want to put one in there a little bit longer than that. But we'll put a fresh one. Well, who knows? We'll see. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look how nice that is in there. That's insane. So let's see. I might be able to do this with just drill bits and not go over to the bench grinder. Although it has a really nice way of sparing tin. My bench grinder, and I know it sounds harsh when I say bench grinder, but it really is. It's very delicate. It's super low power. I mean, I got it 20 years ago as my shortwave, my old tube, my old pre-World War II tube radio is in the background here going on. I forgot my point. All right. Anyway, so so the bench grinder is very mild, and it's super cheap. It was the cheapest thing I could find 20 years ago, and I didn't use it for like the first 15 years I lived here. It's pretty crazy. But it is it's super weak. I mean, I can almost stop it with my hand without drawing any blood. It's crazy. So all right. So I think we'll go. I'll test. I'll test here around the bottom. If I don't like it, I'll come over here, and we'll do it all with Dremel bits. This is a little too much for just for straight up steel wool, and that would just, I'd work my fingers to the bone doing that. Boy, how am I gonna get down inside that? That's crazy. I'm assuming that doesn't come off. Does that come off? It almost looks like it slides on there, but I don't think so. No, it would if I, okay, yeah, it would if I peel that back, this would all slide off. I don't want to screw up those cute little pleats there, so we're not going to do that. Man, this thing is, I swear that this thing is very close to being completely unfired. I mean, look up inside there. There's no carbon at all. Yeah, this thing was barely used, man. Wow. Yeah, look at the underside of that crown. Nothing. Amazing. Wow. All right, so let me go over to the, let's get that cleaned up. We'll come over here and we'll hit it with some Dremel bits. Pretty fun. All right, so let me go do this. I'll be right back. All right, look at that. Much improved. You can see where all this was like this. So this is going to clean up super nice. Super nice. Yeah, look at this tigering, crazy markings in the tin. Pretty cool. That German steel is pretty cool, man. Okay, so we got a wire wheel. I'll use up what's left of the meat on that, and we'll play around in the areas here. And I got one. Oh, this one's in much better shape. Okay, good. So we'll start with this, and we'll see what other kind of bits we're going to need here. All right. Right. Okay. Well, wow. This isn't going to take a whole lot of time here, I don't think. This thing, and whenever I say that, something happens, but I don't see any issues with anything here. This thing is in really nice shape. So I'm going to hit it now with an 800 grit. This will work great to kind of polish up this remaining tin, and I work on some of these wires. And then maybe we'll go around with a pointy bit. There's not a whole lot to get at except for, yeah, okay, a couple little spots. But let's hit it with an 800 grit. And we'll see how things are looking here. All right. let's do some steel wool in here. Boy, this was a fresh pillow yesterday. All right. Ah, the sun is coming in. Very nice. 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. It's been a shitty spring here in Western New York. I feel blessed that the sun is coming in the window. At the same time, it's 8:15 p.m. here. Wow. I gotta tell you, man, this thing just turned out real nice. Oops. So I thought I'd put a fresh wick in there. I know it's only a little bit longer, but it's a little bit bigger of a lantern, so. By the way, this is a 1/2 inch. It would appear that the 276 takes a 1/2 inch or the millimeter equivalent. So we'll save that. We'll put that in with the other, with the vintage stuff. Yoink. I don't know what it is. Whenever I put a new wick in, there's always that one rogue hair. Why does that do that? I don't know. Yep, that's not cool. Huh, okay, good. So, yeah, this thing, this does not need anything else, really. It looks beautiful. That'd be cool if this just kind of came off. But, yeah, I could see where it's permanentized, sort of, as an additive, kind of like an aftermarket kind of thing. That's how it looks. So, let's throw some oil on this thing. That's the oil is gonna change the look of this thing pretty drastically. And I can't wait. Okay, let's do it. Let's get the oil out. Usually, when there's a whole bunch of tin left, like oiling it, you can't see. You can't see that it's oiled. I mean, it's good, right? It's good that you have something with no rust at all, no oxidation. But you know, you still are able to treat it and protect it. And again, here I am using this thing up to the very last drop, and I keep telling myself I'm going to make myself a new batch. That'll last me another 6 months or so. You can see, yeah. I should go back and find a video where the last time yeah, okay. Let's see. A little bit of a smaller lantern, so I'll get a little bit smaller of a brush. And you can see how immediately the attitude of the metal changes, and that's what I love. I mean, that's just knowing that when you treat it, and then you can just see the new life of patina comes to it. You can see that, how it darkens it up a little. the brighter, the bright parts are brighter, the dark parts are darker. And it's just kind of the MSG. Yeah, linseed oil is the MSG of lantern treatment. Yeah. Yeah, looking good here, folks. Looking good. Looking good. What is that? What is that? Is that Welcome Back, Cotter? Looking good. Or was that Chico and the Man? Welcome Back, Cotter? Which one was it, folks? Leave a comment. I am dating myself. Wow. All right. Yeah, this looks so nice. Happy with this find. I found this at a flea market, and there's a guy that comes and usually has a bunch of nice lanterns, and this is just the third day into the season. And he hadn't been there the last couple of weeks because it's been muddy and cold. I think he just says, screw it, I ain't coming for that. It's a lot of setup. But there's also a guy that peddles junk. He's just got aisles and aisles of rusty junk. But there's normally some lanterns there, and he's always incredibly expensive. And I saw this in there, I'm like, oh man, damn it, it's there. I can't leave it. I'm going to have to go for it. And I haggled and haggled, and I got him down to a manageable price for me. Manageable price. But I'm glad to have it. All right. So, and Supervisor Baby, I don't know how he feels about this invasion. Okay. So, let's put the glass in for nice fresh glass. And I got to grab it like this so I don't cover it in my oily fingerprints. There we go. Nice. And of course, I need to center it a little bit. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, that's a different animal, man. That is a different animal. It's just a whole different aura of color and attitude and everything. It looks tough and mean right now. Yeah. Before it just looked kind of dull and rusty and tired. Now it's all ready for a night out. Nice fresh wick. Nice fresh oil job. Nice. All right, let's come on down here and take a look. So, and here we have it. Here is a Super Baby in comparison in size. And I'll show you height comparison. There is Super Baby, about 7.5 inches. Super Baby Special, it's say it looks like 10 right on the button if you include that little hinge there to the thumb ring. And about there. Okay, cool. Well, folks, this is great. I'm so glad. Now there is quite the family. I now have 6 FEUERHAND. And I'll pop a picture in here of it. This is just a couple days ago. This was a lot of fun. And that's all I got. Folks, thank you so much for stopping in. And as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.